Hello people, good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. How are you all doing? I have finished just now two videos, one list for you, top 15 red fragrances, and second fragrance I did a review, which is gonna be my scent of the video for the morning thoughts episode, which is Ultra Red Man. I just covered it, and I'm wearing red while I was doing the red video. So pretty unique fragrance. It discontinued. It was a 2008 release. Check it out. Check out my review. This perhaps is one fragrance you need to get in your life. Okay, let's just go the staple gun. One, okay, two, three. One on the chest, perhaps one on the arm. Okay, let's just go a little bit more. Cheer my mood up. So that's a very nice fruity blood orange, vanilla, caramel, praline, sort of like a mix, and it's a very awesome fragrance, I would say, because it did not get the love. Perhaps now it will after the reviews, and I'm pretty sure many other people will show it love. So I have actually few topics that I want to discuss for last few days, but somewhat I'm not really in that frame of mind to do so many videos, which is why I skipped it. I was not coming in front of the camera. So I have about, I think, 6-7 points. So let's just tackle. I hear these questions every now and then. So these are for you people who are in FragCom and you have a lot of things that you wonder. I don't want to make it too long, but see if you can finish it 10-12 minutes. First thing, first point, okay? Hope you're doing good, by the way. Hope you're doing okay, all right? Your life is all right. So take care of yourself, because if you're okay, then you can keep other people around you all right, okay? So first thing is, this is a very personal experience from me. When I started doing fragrance journey or started collecting this thing used to hurt me a lot, okay? When I used to even review or hype something, people say it's not good. So it's is it okay that people are not liking your fragrance? Okay, this is the point. Let's say you are a reviewer and you reviewed something, you gave it a lot of love, but someone else came and then said absolute trash, okay, exact opposite. Or you posted somewhere a fragrance, okay? My voice a little bit broken. I after waking up somewhere in the middle of the night, okay? So is it okay? Because then you feel like, am I is my nose broke, or is my taste not good, or why are people not liking my fragrance that I truly love? Like, I have seen people not liking Hugo Boss Bottled, which is my absolute favorite fragrance. Armani Code, these are the fragrances I grew up with, okay? So it used to hurt me, I will not lie. I used to feel like, like, let's say I liked a fragrance a lot, but big reviewer says it's not that great. So I, with time, I got to understand, or got used to it, rather, the fact that everybody have different tastes and not everybody's gonna like everything. A reviewer who might think, like I saw Sebastian Zara example, he put Kuros, YSL Kuros is one of the like least favorite of his classic fragrances. I did not become sad. Do you know why? Because his taste is different than mine. He enjoys something else. Not everybody's gonna like biryani. Not everybody's gonna like steaks. Not everybody likes to drink, but some people do. So when they do something, it's okay. They enjoy it. It's fine. It's great, because we do need variety. We do need difference of opinion. Okay, so I think it's absolutely okay that people do not like your fragrance. Do not be disheartened. You enjoy what you enjoy. If it's great to you, if you like wearing it around your friends and it makes you confident, keep rocking it. Okay, and if as a reviewer, there's nothing wrong with, even perhaps out of 100 reviewers, you're the only one who like it. Great, you are unique, so no problem. Second point, some people ask me, this is a question I get a lot in my country. Say, one guy knocked me and he says, brother Joy, you have so many perfumes, how are you going to ever finish them? So in my head, I thought about this like 3-4 years back. I used to see Mark Robe's collection, Robe 08, his collection, and asked him, bro, you have so many fragrances in your garage, I'm pretty sure in different rooms, and you have thousands of fragrances. Do you even know how many you have? He's like, I lost count, buddy, like, and I said, how are you planning to finish it? He's like, Joy, it's not always about finishing. It's about collection. We're collectors, and we keep it as a piece. Like when we have, like, let's say, merchandise, we collect it. We're collectors. It's not meant to be finished. Perhaps you have a very 100 years old wine. Okay, you don't want to finish. You just want to keep it in the collection. But at the same time, I'll just tell you one other thing. Fragrances are for usage. Okay, if you're never going to use a fragrance, just keep it in the shelf like that. I think that's kind of a total waste. But the point is not to finish your bottles, but if you are on a person that you know you're not super rich, you're not having plenty of money, but you have a huge collection, you never use them, and you never actually take care of them or take it out, you're just buying it just to keep it in the back there in the shelf, it collecting dust. That point, I think it's not nice. So either extreme is not good, but it's not necessary that you have to finish your fragrances. You can just keep it and sniff it once in a while for the memory. Okay. Third point, has releases become dull? I was just thinking of this point a few days back. Like whatever has been released, it's either a flanker or it's inspired by some other fragrance that's popular DNA. Very hardly, they are releasing a fragrance that is unique. Could be a very bad fragrance. Okay, I absolutely respect companies, even if it's not the greatest of releases, but something new. Ideal example would be Gucci Guilty Absolute, the leather-based perfume that smells like Savlon or Dettol or Hospital. I gave them a lot of credit, because that fragrance, they made something unique there. They did not make a fragrance that smells like Aventus or Dior Sauvage. Those are the popular DNA or Baccarat Rouge. So it kind of becomes sort of like dull when you are so excited. You buy a brand new fragrance with full retail, $85, and you find out, oh, it smells like Armani Code Profumo, oh, it smells like Acqua di Gio, and then you feel like I already own those, so that point you feel a little bit disappointed, you start losing interest. So companies, I think due to Corona, it's understood, but the situation that production wouldn't be as great. But I think brands like Chanel and Dior have been doing it for a long time. They just have been releasing only Bleu de Chanel Parfum or Dior Sauvage Parfum. These are kind of like, I mean, they are perhaps good perfumes, but not inspiring. Give us a new Dior intense sort of a hype, like Dior or Chanel, at least these two brands. Give us something that we can rave about or we can be excited about. It's not just same old, same old. So what I do as an alternative, I go back in time and I try to buy fragrances that were good and I missed out perhaps, and I try to buy them and review them. That makes me happy, because I never ran out of option, right? So that's the next question. So the number 4 point is influencers. Okay, I've been seeing a lot of reviewers. They have different styles. I don't want to go in depth, but influencers, what effect does it have on people? Or rather, there are different kind of influencers. Some people are users, members in different group, but they're very active. They have really good collection, and people around them, they follow these people because they, let's say, buy a haul. In our group, we have people like Akif Javed Bhai or Matin Durani Bhai or Rahul Bhai. Okay, a lot of people, Ali Bhai. So these people, Bilal Sharif Bhai, we have Bangladeshi community, have a lot of great brothers who are collectors. So people are inspired by these people. Okay, they see them buying, say, whole line of Mugler collection, and they go like, why did he buy that? Okay, so people sort of immediately have interest. So I think that's one side. Other side is reviewers. So I noticed, like, no names, but some reviewers like to hype things up. From nowhere, absolutely, Mont Blanc Individual, Versace Dreamer, or let's say La Mole, or Dunhill Desire Red. Suddenly people hype it up. All these years, nobody talked about it. So suddenly it perhaps can happen because companies want to sell fragrances. They give it to reviewers to push. It's very possible. Nowadays, nothing is impossible. It's more possible in that way that people are hyping things up because they're getting it for free, or they are sponsored, or they are asked to. Okay, they were requested to. But the beauty of fragrance game is like influencers. If influencers people can trust, that when they talk about a fragrance and it's really, really good, and at least when they talked about it, hyped it, they believe in what they're hyping, that part, if the integrity was there, that's great. But actually it generally has like a ripple effect, like it's like a droplet in the pond, or like something you drop, it is a ripple effect. Everybody gets sort of influence. So when I review let's say Lolita Lemke Green Lover or Nishane Ani or Hachibat, I give it so much love. Many of my followers tend to try those fragrances, either a decant or full bottle. So the influence definitely is there. So if you're an influencer, make sure do it sensibly. Do not misguide people, because if the passion dies, and people start walking away, they feel this is not really real. And that's when people lose interest in a hobby. So far, so good. Like 4 or 5 years I've been working, people still, it's a growing trend in Bangladesh. Like it's not like falling. Okay, people are getting more and more into fragrances. So that passion has to be real. The love has to be real. Okay. I thought I was gonna make a small video. It's not gonna be possible. Next one is that guy who buys nothing. I'm gonna be a bit critical. I've seen influencers, some people running groups, running their mouth, they criticize everything. Some people are so, we call them Kabil. In Bangladesh, we call them Kabil. Kabil means, in India, people would say, oh, Kabil is a good thing, like he's capable. But that's not what we mean by it. Kabil here, we mean people who pretend to know a lot, but they know nothing. They just got into the game and they try to buy 4 or 5 fragrances and show the rest of the world, I have 10 fragrances that cost like few $100s. Okay, that's why I know a lot. That's not necessarily always the case. If you did not try thousands of fragrances, you will not know how many are out there. If you think you are into the best of the best of the best, there's no such thing. I'll just tell you that much. Not all niche fragrances that cost thousands of dollars are great. Okay, and I'm not saying also same time designers are all great, but fragrances are meant to be enjoyed regardless of their price tag or brand. If something smells nice, it smells nice. As simple as that. So there are certain people on Fragrantica, you'll see them before its release, dislike bar, so much hate, and people seem to know their fragrance, they just perhaps sprayed it once in a mall or somewhere they didn't like it, and they say it's absolute trash. So these are kind of people who never buy anything. I notice it, and they actually sort of has a bad effect, negative effect, even if we hate to admit it. But when people read those sort of comments on Fragrantica, they think automatically like this fragrance is not good, not gonna try it. Many good fragrances get overlooked, I think. And nowadays fragrances like Boy Toy, okay, by Moschino house, people do not look at it. People say it's a weird looking house, the bottles are weird, but the fragrances are plenty nice. So I think make sure you do not follow someone blindly. This is my humble request. Buy a fragrance or try a fragrance on your own, because you might like something that others don't like. Okay, so make sure that you do not follow a person who just shows he knows a lot, but he just is clueless. Okay, on most part, I would say so, because 3-4 niche fragrances do not make you a master. You have to work for a number of years. Okay, so next, how fast do you get bored of your fragrance? So this is something I really want to talk about, because it happens with me. At certain point, we fragheads, we'll be like, this is the last haul I'm ever gonna do. I'm gonna take a big break. I'm gonna stay away from months, or at least weeks, at least a month. I'm not gonna touch, not gonna even look at websites or stores or offers. And very next day, mail call. I'm not gonna take names, but it happens with best of us. I also feel, let's say I wanted a fragrance for a very long time, I buy it, but immediately day after that or 2 days after that, I feel like something I need to buy just to complement that previous buy, and perhaps this is like the one I really need to complete my collection. This is where it gets very dangerous, because you get bored of your fragrance, and then what happens, the worst thing, you actually do not look back your fragrances that you bought. What I try to do, I try to rotate what I didn't use. I try to pick up a right season or right time, just to pick it as a scent of the day, which I didn't use for a long time. Okay, like yesterday, I was thinking like Midnight in Paris. I haven't used it for a long time. I just used it casually, just to smell and bring back the memories. So I think you have to be very sensible. If you have a big collection, you can get bored of your collection very, very quickly. So you can do a few things. Options wise, if you are not using it, you're not interested in it anymore, swap it, sell it, and then get something you really want. Okay, and if you do that, what's going to happen is it's not going to be like taking up your space, one thing, and you're not going to be wasting your money so much. Yeah, you're going to waste some money. You're not going to obviously get the full price back, but I think if you get bored of your fragrance, it happens very normal. It happens with many of us. I buy a fragrance and then immediately, like after a few days, I feel like I need to smell something new. The craving comes back, like we need something new. So that is a very dangerous game. Okay, and next is the similar point, and I think this is the ending point. Is the fragrance game endless? Okay, this is sharing from my personal experience. I have gone through a lot of ups and downs. There was a time I wanted to quit my fragrance journey, and I was under so much pressure and alone. I was not enjoying the game anymore. It was just so much more about addiction than anything. If you're addicted, everybody's addicted in different levels. This is what perhaps makes you happy. So until it makes you happy, it's fine. As long as you can afford fragrance, it's fine. But the game actually is, sort of like endless. You never can skip that fact that just maybe one more. That one more that you look at, that one more carries on for eternity. So be a bit careful, like it gets out of control very fast. If you have a credit card, very dangerous game. If you have income but you have a lot of responsibilities, but you end up spending that money. And I've seen people, they buy the fragrance today and tomorrow it's up for sale for say if they bought it $150, they're selling it now for $70-$80. It's very usual, and I feel bad for these people. Okay, I used to sell off my bottles, but nowadays I don't. I do decanting, but perhaps I'll give a little bit of sale or something, or perhaps if let's say I want to give like clearance sale, I want to sell off that bottle, but I'll never sell off a bottle. I'll keep that bottle because I bought that perfume with my hard-earned money. With that, I looked at that fragrance for a number of days, and it's painful when you buy a fragrance you do not like it. Okay, so this game can get very addictive, very dangerous, very quickly, and you might face a lot of problems at home. Many people I know already quit my group and fragrance game because they cannot cope up with staying up with the rest of the community, because everybody's buying something new and you want to compete. Automatically we are competitive as human beings. When you're driving, when I drive, if some car just overtakes me or pushes me a little bit, I want to catch that person, right? So we're competitive by nature. So as guys, make sure you know that this game is endless. So really buy stuff that you want and do enough research. Let's say I am talking about ultra red, I'm just letting you know my information that I got and then describe a little bit, but it doesn't mean I want you to go and buy it tomorrow blind buy. Okay, try it somewhere. If one of your friends have it, ask around, see some other reviews, Fragrantica, and then if you feel like this is your kind of juice and you're really interested and you want to be still in the game, keep the warmth, so you can still do it, but the game can get very addictive. Okay, so make sure you know this, right? And you buy some fragrances you'll never regret buying, or look at them and hate them. Okay, because that can be very, very bad. Thanks very much for watching. Thanks for watching all the time, all my content, and showing me so much love. And special shout out to Brett Stocks for wonderful line that you posted in my group. He unsubscribed for most reviewers and I'm one of them. He still watches. So these are the reasons why I do fragrance game. I make absolutely no money from YouTube, and I would stop continuing when I reached perhaps 2,000 videos or 50K. I don't bother about numbers anymore. I'm bothered about putting the content out there. This is what keeps me going. Smelling new fragrances, reviewing, and share with you. Tomorrow perhaps we'll come back with some more reviews. Thanks for watching. Good night from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Bye-bye.